president has repeatedly claimed that your report found there was no obstruction and that it completely and totally exonerated him. But that is not what your report said, is it?
Correct. It is not what the report said.
This was a very big day for our country. This was a very big day for the Republican Party. And you could say it was a great day for me.
The former special counsel's testimony and the president's response. Robert Mueller is questioned for hours on Capitol Hill about his report on Russian interference into the 2016 presidential election. And the commander-in-chief was quick to react. Good evening, everyone. I'm Yuki Washington.
And I'm Jessica Gartalia. Mueller defended his decision not to determine whether the president committed a crime. Natasha Brown joins us with some of the big moments from the hearing today. Hi, Natasha.
Well, hi. There was certainly a flurry of activity on Capitol Hill after hours-long hearings on Capitol Hill today. Former special counsel Robert Mueller mainly stuck to yes and no answers despite rapid-fire questioning from lawmakers on both sides of the aisle.
So help you God.
Former special counsel Robert Mueller spent the morning facing lawmakers' questions about his 448-page report. Many focused on whether the president may have obstructed justice.
Did the Attorney General or his staff ever tell you that he thought you should make a decision on whether the president engaged in criminal activity?
I'm not going to speak to what the Attorney General was thinking or saying.
Was there sufficient evidence to convict President Trump or anyone else with obstruction of justice?
We did not make that calculation.
How could you not have made the calculation with the regulation?
The OLC opinion, Office of Legal Counsel, indicates that we cannot indict a sitting president.
Mueller spent the afternoon fielding questions about Russian interference in the 2016 election.
Russia committed federal crimes in order to help Donald Trump?
When you're talking about the computer crimes charged in our case, absolutely.
Mueller stuck largely to one-word answers, and rather than elaborate, he frequently referred members of Congress back to his report. Republicans say the hearings changed nothing.
I think at the end of the day, what we have found is exactly what we started with. There's been no movement. In fact, if anything, it's now time to move on.
Democrats say the hearings show evidence of potential crimes in the White House.
This should have blown their minds because they saw for the first time Robert Mueller saying yes to multiple instances of obstruction of justice by Donald Trump. We've got a felon right now in the White House. American people are seeing it.
President Trump did respond Wednesday afternoon, feeling vindicated by the day's hearings.
They all knew it was phony stuff, and everybody knew it was a hoax, especially the Democrats.
Well, Mueller warned that Russian interference, meantime, in American elections is still happening even today. He called it one of the most serious challenges to American democracy. That's the very latest here in the SAT Center. Reporting live, Natasha Brown, CBS 3 Eyewitness News.
Natasha, thank you. And our coverage does not end here. You can find much more on today's testimony and the president's response on our website, cbsphilly.com.